Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Freelance Teacher podcast at www.thefreelancesteacher.com. And I'm giving a short video cast today on the importance of learning logical fallacies, because these things come up all the time in literature. They come up all the time in our daily lives. And they're pretty easy to spot once you understand what they are. And what they do for you as a tool is let you know what is an argument and what isn't an argument. So, as a very quick example, you have a short story that we are starting to read called The Most Dangerous Game. And it is an interesting one because it's so popular, even though it's kind of corny and there's a lot of stuff with it that is just kind of, superficial and silly. But the story has held on after all of these years for various reasons. And so the title itself lends itself to asking a couple of questions to get the ball rolling intellectually. And the question I begin with is, what, in your opinion, is the most dangerous game today, right? In terms of the parameters, the level of risk, the danger level, things like that. What would qualify today as the most dangerous game? And I get everything from the Ouija board to pro football to MMA to a couple of students actually brought up playing Call of Duty, which is silly because you're in a room and you're safe, but people still came up with playing video games as dangerous, which is that might have to be a topic for another video cast as to the power of the video game in today's world and how people think it's real. But that's another topic. So these various things came up in terms of the most dangerous game, and Russian roulette came up, rugby. These are things, that contain danger. And the classes are all different. So the number of things that come up are legendary. But the Russian roulette thing came up with one of the classes, and someone asked me if I would do that, if I would play Russian roulette, and I said no. I don't think it makes any sense. You could die. I think it's a terrible idea. And the student said, "So you don't believe in living an exciting life?" And I had to explain to this person that that's a logical fallacy. That's false equivalence, where living an exciting life equals playing Russian roulette, or vice versa. If you don't play Russian roulette, it means that you are not living an exciting life. And those two things are not equivalent at all. And I spotted it right away. And what made me think about this, and what made it a unique thing that I felt we should discuss, is because this is a bright student who knows how to write, can communicate well, asks penetrating questions, but didn't instantly see the false equivalence of someone who plays Russian roulette. Well, if you don't play Russian roulette, then you're not living an exciting life. That obvious and just right in your face false equivalence, it wasn't noticed. And that's really my point, that these kinds of connections and questions and the idea of logic and reason and the certain logical fallacies like ad hominem attack, they're not noticed right away, and they really should be, with false equivalence and probably ad hominem being the first two of the top three logical fallacies that really should be taught to young people right away, because students will have good points and they'll come up with stuff that is politically incorrect or socially incorrect or somewhat awkward, but will be true. And someone will call them crazy or say you're stupid. And that's not an argument. That's a logical fallacy. Calling someone stupid or crazy isn't an argument. You're just calling them a bad name. And it doesn't mean that their argument or statement or point of view is wrong. And that should be automatic for anybody. Any English speaker over the age of 7 should pretty much have that one down under control. So learn your logical fallacies. We cover them on the site. I cover them in class. They come up quite often. And there are a ton of resources on the web for this kind of thing. So pick them up, learn them, and be a smarter person. Talk to you next time in the next video cast. This is the Freelance Teacher. Talk to you soon.